Do you really want to have an extremely vibrant social life? To be always in the center of attention? To be the most charming, the most charismatic person? Or do you just want to be free socially? To engage in conversations with as much freedom as when you are talking to yourself out loud? Or even better, to engage in conversations with as much freedom as when you are talking to yourself in your head? You probably always look up to extroverts for having it so easy when they're talking to people, to being able to engage in these social situations with so much ease. It's just natural for them, right? And you have your answer right there. That's all you want, for it to be easy, for it to be natural, for you not to feel any resistance, for you to just be able to do it casually, seamlessly. Being an introvert is not an issue. In the past, I was saying that social anxiety is the actual issue. But now I believe that the reason that we give importance to social anxiety is the actual reason. And we'll get into that, it's no problem. Having this issue, being unsatisfied with your social skills, probably led you to search advice online, and that's perfectly fine, but the issue is that searching advice on social skills probably got you to the most attractive thumbnails and titles of, the quick tips, top 5 ways to become more charismatic. The most popular videos aren't always the best ones for you. But that's okay. Anyway, watching them, you probably heard these experts giving out advice, and you were probably persuaded into believing that you have to be the most charming person, that you have to be the center of attention. Watching a lot of content like this enforces your belief that everyone is looking at you. And that's bad, that's very bad, because for introverted people with social anxiety especially, we always believe that everyone is watching us. But we consciously know that's not the case, but we always feel like that. That was my case for sure. Before the pandemic, everything was fine. I was in school, I was exposed to socializing all the time. But then I went to university, the pandemic came, and I just got isolated from everyone. And my social skills, my social abilities got buried deep down. And they were very tough to be brought back up. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about myself or even to validate your feelings of frustration in this domain, but I just want to say I understand how it feels and I made huge progress in this domain, and I have a couple of things I want to say, I want to share about this topic that have really helped me, and I hope they will help you as well. The first one would be exposure therapy. This is maybe a quite popular one, but it's really, really powerful. This is the quickest progress you will ever make. Just talking to people, talking to everyone, literally to everyone, talking to the old lady walking her dog outside, talking to the random person sat next to you in the bus or the taxi driver. Just talking to people, as simple as that. The conversations don't have to be long, the conversations don't have to be deep either. You can just talk about something that's happening around you at that time, about the weather, about anything at all. And that's just the goal, to get you started, to kickstart your process and your progress into this domain of gaining back or just gaining your social skills. When I went through this, I encountered massive amounts of resistance on talking to people, especially strangers. But I just found out that just taking the courage to do that, exposing myself to this, and just like literally disconsidering my instinct and my automatic fear of talking to people just led me to engage in such conversation with so much ease. The first time you do it is the most difficult one, but after you stack them up, it really becomes second nature. After a while, you don't even see it as something special. And then the most important thing I discovered, and the topic of this video, the most important topic of this video, is the hidden goals. Because it's very hard to really engage in your social situations and to gain back your social abilities when you actually have a hidden goal of not doing that. because you're just fighting against yourself all the time. The TLDR is that if you want to be more social, if you believe that you want to be more social, but haven't managed to do it yet, it's because you don't really want to do that. A part of you doesn't want to do that. The only way it will become easy, as it is for other people, is when you completely 100% want to do that thing. Because if you feel cold, you will just get dressed. If you don't get dressed, then you're okay with the cold. Or a part of you doesn't want to get dressed so bad that it will endure the cold. It's just the same with this situation, and with any situation in life even. If you want to talk to people, you just talk to people casually. If you kind of fear talking to people, and if you kind of fear rejection as you fear death, then you won't want to talk to people. Because you fear that situation, you don't want to engage in situations that are potentially dangerous and potentially threatening. But if you just destroy that fear, that's when you reach the freedom. So you just have to take the courage and to maybe even introspect over this and ask yourself, what are the hidden goals? What goal are you fulfilling through this behavior? What goal are you fulfilling through bringing up this reason of anxiety, social anxiety, not being able to be yourself when you are in these situations? What are you satisfying through that? Embrace the discomfort of destroying a part of you, the part of you that's holding you back, and just stick to the new path that's chosen with intention and with courage. This is all I had to say. If you are struggling in your social life and you feel like it is too difficult to entertain, then try out these 2 pieces of advice and hopefully they will do you wonders as they did me. And if you want to hear more from me in private, I have a link in the description.